All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the last draft for Tarkir Early Access. After this, we've got to wait until the full release on Arena on Tuesday. So we're waiting for the queue to fill up. It'll be a couple minutes. I will see you guys for the draft when we get there.
Hey y'all, I know I just said in the video that was my last draft for Tarkir, but I've decided while editing in bed that I'm gonna post this one first. This is truly like one of the most ridiculous drafts I've ever done. I am dead tired. I was dead tired when I started the draft, but it truly just ended up being so entertaining for me, and I hope it's as entertaining for me or for you as it was for me. And so I'm gonna go ahead and post this one first and enjoy the shit show ahead of you.
All right, here we are for our pack one pick one for the last draft of the night. And it's a little selfish, but I really want to draft dragons, specifically Wooburg dragons, once tonight. Narset is not something I'm particularly excited about. Do I think that this encroaching Dragonstorm is the best card in the pack? No, absolutely not. But do I really want to make it work? I do. So let's give it a shot. Let's take this encroaching Dragonstorm and let's hope we can make it work. All right. This pack has no dragons, but it does have a Dragonstorm Globe. And so this is going to be our Tarkir draft. We are going to draft dragons. Unless there are literally no dragons to draft. So we will take the Dragonstorm Globe to use it to get some dragons. I will tell you, it's been a very long day. I'm delirious, but I promised myself I would do one more draft. So this one is for entertainment purposes. I am not promising the highest quality of draft or play. We are here just to have fun. It is midnight. I have been playing Magic since 10 a.m. trying to get as much of this done today as possible. And I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm also exhausted. Alright, this pack has no dragons. But we have Dragonstorm Forecaster, which is searches Dragonstorm Globe or Boulderborn Dragon, which I don't think is very good. What should we do? That's pretty. Oh, wait, we have as an additional cast to cast a spell, you may behold a dragon, and it's a counter spell. That says dragon on it. I think it counts. All right, what do we got here? No dragon. Oh, we got a dragon. We have Storm Shriek Feral. I do think this is one of the less exciting dragons. I think I'd almost rather take the Synchronous Charge. Oh, let's take Piercing Exhale. Or maybe we can take a land. Actually, let's take the land. If we're going to play a lot of colors, we need a lot of fixing. We might as well take the lands now. Okay. There's a knockout maneuver. Embermouth Sentinel. Searches for a basic, puts it on top. And if you control a dragon, you can put it onto the battlefield instead. So this helps fix. I think I'm all about, let's take all of fixing pack 1 so we can take all the broken cards in pack 2 and 3. Right? I think there's a plan. I have some raisins. They're golden raisins. They're like yellow. I've never had them before. But need something nutritious to get you through a full day of Magic. I am also drinking water. Today, you know what? I won't talk about politics because I don't care that much about politics. But I was watching a news reporter interview Cory Booker. And they were like, so how did you go 24 hours or 25 hours without going to the bathroom? Apparently, this guy has been going 4 days without drinking water so that he wouldn't have to pee. That's dedication. I'll give him credit. All right. There's only one card in this pack that says dragon on it. It is this Caustic Exhale, which is a removal spell. And it doesn't seem so bad. I think we should take it. I feel like there's not really anything else in this pack I'm excited to take. And Spirited Vanguard's a pretty interesting card. But I think let's take our Caustic Exhale and commit to our dragons. Okay, now we have a dragon. 6 mana, flying, ward 2 dragon, and then it's instant taps up to a creature and draws a card. It's a dragon. I think we're committed. Alright, this one's not bad. Feral Deathgorger. This one's a 3/5, and then the sorcery puts a counter on something or draws a card. But I think I want to take Narset's Rebuke, which deals 5 and then floats some mana. So it's a kind of a removal spell, but Synchronized Charge is also really good. Oops. All dragons. Alright, Teamer Monument. That is fixing. It'll help us here get our mana base down. What is happening here? I hope we get some good dragons. I normally don't draft like this. I normally don't say, you know, I am going to draft this one thing, but I am so far, like, my brain has gone so far out the window that we're just gonna draft dragons, and it's what's gonna happen. I believe it'll work. I think we've got it. We just gotta draft, like, if you take only fixing in pack 1, then all you've got left to take in packs 2 and 3 are the good cards. You'll have all the mana for it already. And we got a Globe, we got Encroaching Dragonstorm. Wow, this is such a late synchronized charge. We just, like, it's getting posted on Jim's channel, the Broadsmith channel, I believe, but I just played a deck with 2 of these, and this card, like, single-handedly trophied the draft. Alright, you're an elk, not a dragon. Well, you know, our curve could look worse. Doesn't look so bad. Got some counter spells. I'm sure we'll find more dragons in the next pack. Certainly, no one else has committed to playing 5-color dragons in the last draft of the day. Envoys are pretty. UGIN! UGIN! Yay! A bomb! This card is crazy. 7 mana. Exile up to 1 target permanent that wants 1 or more colors. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Then you have +2, gain 3 life, draw a card, 0 ramps, and the ultimate doesn't matter. This card's nuts. And we already have 3 colorless spells to possibly play with our UGIN. So, UGIN, you are the eye of my storm. That made no sense. I'm sorry. All right. Genesis Ultimatum. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of permanent cards from among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your hand. This card's pretty uncastable. Just about ever. We've got Whirling Stormbrood. This puts 3 counters on target creature, or you can play it as a flash flying dragon that gives your dragon spells flash. That's kind of cool. And none of the other dragons are, like, really super impressive. We could take another Dragonstorm. I almost want to take another Dragonstorm Globe. Let's take another Dragonstorm Globe. Alright. Ooh. So there's 2 rares in this pack. There's Naga Fleshcrafter, which enters as the copy of any creature on the battlefield, and then you can exile from your graveyard to put +1/+1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. And that makes it a copy. Each creature you control becomes a copy of it. Or there's Fangkeeper's Familiar, which is flash, and when it enters, you can either counter target creature spell, destroy target enchantment, or gain 3, surveil 3. I think I'm going to take the Fangkeeper's Familiar. It's already pretty much in the colors that we're shooting for here, and we took, you know, a lot of fixing. I think this card's fairly good, and blowing someone out from not casting a creature spell at 4 mana is fairly strong. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Luna's here. Let's see how long it takes her to walk over. Hey, baby. Wanna come say hi? Alright, we got a dragon. Come here. You a dragon, baby? Are you a dragon? What do you think? Yeah? We're gonna take this dragon. We need some more fixing, but this one's good. It flies like dragons do, and it deals 2 damage to any target, and you gain 2 life. If you deal damage to a player, then they discard a card. It's a pretty good dragon. Kills things. Alright. There is one dragon in this pack. And there's a Dragonstorm Forecaster, which searches that dragon. And there's a Dragonstorm Globe, but there's no dragons. I guess there is a dragon, but I think we should take the globe. Oh, actually, I think we should take the Dragon Sniper. It's just a good card. You know, like the dragon game kind of wants to get to the late game, or the dragon deck wants to get to the late game, and Dragon Sniper does a pretty good job of helping with that. All right, the land is white blue, and I think we're just gonna take it. I contemplated taking the Embermouth Sentinel instead, but I think if we just take lands, we'll be able to fix for kind of whatever we want. All right, there is another Dragonstorm Globe. Do we want a third one? Or do we want the black-red land? I think we can take another globe. We just need to figure out how many lands we're playing with all our globes. We're going around the world. With dragons. This sure is a deck, huh? Emergent Ultimatum. Search library for up to 3 monocolored cards with different names. Exile them. If an opponent chooses one of those cards... Oh, chooses one. You can cast the other 2. Oh, this is when they play in a Lotus. But it does not work with our UGIN, which is colorless. Oh, I think we should take this Teamer Diva. Maybe Rakshas's Bargain was a little bit better. Okay, this card says Dragon. Tap up to 1 target, you put 3 stun counters on it. Exile 2 cards, choose one, play it. Or there's fixing. I think we should just take the Dragon. I'm a little nervous that we have all these Dragonstorm Globes, but we don't have any dragons. So let's take another dragon. We're playing Oops All Dragons. Alright, I think we should take the land. Try to get our fixing as good as humanly possible for all the bombs we're going to open in pack 3. Luna, hello. Oh, hello, baby. Are you a dragon? What do you think? Got a little thing in your eye. All right. I don't think we're playing any of these cards. Guys, don't worry. We got Dragonstorm Forecaster. Maybe we'll take one of the artifact dragons to pair with our Dragonstorm Forecaster. Ow. Okay, what the hell, cat? Well, we got a good dragon. This is a dragon. It searches forests. Okay, hi. And then it says whenever this dragon or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. So that's a great card. And it's a dragon. I'm in. That seems like the perfect dragon for our dragon deck. What do we think? Okay, so it is worth noting that Sonic Shrieker is our only card in white or red. This is like really a 3-color dragon deck if we don't play the Sonic Shrieker. So that's worth thinking about. But I think with Encroaching Dragonstorm, we can kind of play whatever dragons we want, you know? We're gonna have the fixing for it. At least it looks like. We also have 3 Dragonstorm Globes. Certainly, Dragonstorm Globe is enough to cast our Mardu Dragon. Ooh, this card looks good. All out assault. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have death touch. When it enters, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase. Okay, so I think this card is good, but I don't think this is necessarily the deck for it. That being said, there's not anything else in this pack that excites me. Like, there's a Teamer Monument. Maybe the Teamer Monument is worth it. It gets a land and it makes an elephant. I just don't think we're, like, going to have the board for All Out Assault. Alright, I think I'm going to take this Teamer Monument. It is one of my favorite monuments. It does make elephants. Okay. So, I think I'm going to take this Fresh Start. It gives a creature -5/-0, and it makes it lose all abilities. Which seems like one of the things that might help us here in staying alive to cast our dragons. So we'll give it a shot. What else do we have? No dragons. Tap target creature. Search library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then harmonize. I think I just want to take another fresh start. Or maybe I should take the Jungle Hollow. It does kind of help with our fixing situation. And it looks like we have enough cards to play. Not certain, but okay. We're playing Boulderborn Dragon. It's a dragon. We have to. It's part of the rules. I don't make the rules. Okay. So there's Dragon Claw Strike. This is dragon in its name. Double the power and toughness of target creature. Then it fights up to one target creature an opponent controls. But I think I want to take Sage of the Fang, which is just like a 3-mana creature that does things. Or we can take Blossoming. Let's take Sage of the Fang. I just think we might need a couple more creatures to get us through the early game. And then hopefully playing dragons is good enough. Or UGIN. UGIN certainly must be good enough. I think this black dragon looks like one of the more underwhelming ones. I guess the only thing we need black for is the cards. Caustic Exhale. I don't actually know how many lands I'm supposed to be playing with 2 Temur Monuments and 3 Dragonstorm Globes. Like, certainly we don't need to play 17. Okay. I think this Anok Wayfarer helps us fix our lands. Well, it's not really fixing, but it is a creature that can block early. And I think that's relevant. Synchronized Charge. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot here. Oh, look! Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. This is a land that adds mana to cast dragons. And then we can tap and sack it to find a dragon. We're not going to mention the fact that it's colorless, and that might be relevant. We might not have a good enough dragon for it. We're just not going to mention that part. Okay, I'm going to take this Crotic Nest Guard. Seems like the card that's most likely to keep us alive. Let's do it again. Why not? Another Temur Monument. Okay, well, maybe we'll just play Temur Monuments, and that'll be our whole deck. This deck's a mess. I'm so tired. Alright, well, we've got Champion of the Doosan. Let's take it. Why not? We have so many cuts to make. Guys, how am I going to make this many cuts? Okay, we need to play the UGIN. Our mana really is a lot better if we don't play the Sonic Shrieker. But, like, I don't know. The mana's kind of free. Like, we took so many fixing sources. Red, blue, white, blue, black, Maelstrom, Spirit Dragon. Like, if not, our dragons are all kind of like... eh. All of our dragons are just kind of... I don't know. I think we should take it out and make our mana back. We don't need this. That one taps for red. We don't need this one. This one taps for white. Wow, look how much better that looks. Wait, how many lands are we playing? We have 6 ways to search lands? That's so many ways. Oh, wait, we need to play a mountain. I think I just want to play a basic mountain. I don't think I want to play the saltwater cliff. I think I just want to play, like, one land we can search. Because if we don't do that, we can't sacrifice any of our team remains unless we have Dragonstorm Globe. Alright, I don't think we need... Okay, we're thinking about how many lands we want to play. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is already too many lands. So... I think we can cut an island. That is 5. Probably cut another island, can't we? 4, 5, and then stuff. We just don't really want to cut too many green sources. Most of our deck is green, and Temur Monument doesn't tap for green. So I think this puts us to 16 lands. Which... 16 lands, lots of globes, lots of monuments. Maybe we just cut a globe. I don't know that many dragons. Honestly, we can probably cut another globe. But 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 19, 21, and the Ember House. I don't think we need to play this Ember Mouth Sentinel. I think our mana base is way stronger than the cards that our deck needs to play. I hope we have enough for this trade route. But I guess it's kind of fine anyway. Encroaching Dragonstorm is a little underwhelming, but I think that's okay. Let's cut that card. We need to cut 3 more cards. Are we really playing this Boulderborn Dragon? search it for free, but like, what if we draw it? That's just so embarrassing. I think we should just cut this and this. Looks so much better without them. Okay, and then we also have the Teamer Devotee. That's a way to cast him. It's okay. UGIN's gonna be good enough. Let's play 41 cards. I don't want to cut anymore. This is called I've lost all of my brain cells. We're just drafting dragons. See for match number 1. Okay, here we are for match number 1 with our Force Dragons deck. We got a counterspell, we got a fresh start, we got a Dragonstorm Globe. No dragons, but we can cast all our spells. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Rugged Highland. Plain Island. Right, Jeskai Devotee. Not ideal for us. Theoretically, we would have wanted to counter a spell. But our opponent being on the play made that a little bit more awkward. That's okay, though. Evolving Wilds. Right, we're gonna sacrifice, get a land. Drawing a Forest was nice, because it means we can play one of our spells next turn. Probably our Crotic Nest Guard. I'm kind of tempted to flash in this fresh start. I just don't. So we can counter this, and this is actually super great to counter because it is a rare. It does a lot of things. It taps for any color, and then also makes it so that they can draw cards. Fortunately, we do not have a dragon to behold, but that is not super relevant for that card. And I do think I'm just gonna go ahead and play the Crotic Nest Guard. It's just a good blocker, and I don't really want to trade the champion of Son in. A Rain Veil Rejuvenator, mill cards. Then it taps for a little spooky. We could consider just like getting rid of its abilities to prevent any like giant creatures from being put out, but I'm not super concerned. I think I'm gonna play the Dragonstorm Globe, and then I'm gonna play Champion of Doosan. Oh, sorry. I meant Dragon Sniper. That's what I meant. The one that was legal. And then we've got like a good blocker and another pretty good blocker, and if they play something big, we can use Fresh Start. And so we're just gonna use all of this until we can draw some dragons. The Wooburg. So nice. Oh, Teamer Monument. That's pretty good. So let's play Teamer Monument. No reason to let them know we have a land. We do need to get a land. We don't have black, but we cannot get black with this. I think we should just get another green source. Like, fairly certain. Because the only thing we need the red source for is the Teamer Monument. And then we can play this Champion of Doosan. I think sounds good to me. With a plan to make an elephant turn. I like elephants. I don't really want to trade the Dragon Sniper for the Jeskai Devotee. I'd rather keep it back. So we can use it to block things. Like this Whirlwing Stormbrood. Piercing Exhale. So yeah, see, they are going to kill the Dragon Sniper. They like kind of have no choice. But it's a little unfortunate they get to surveil. Oh, especially when it's too late. But we will be able to fresh start the Stormbrood. I really feel like this card should have reach. Like, I know it doesn't, but like that defender text, like it just really looks like it should have reach. It's like going up a tree. Ibsig Appraiser. Yeah, it's pretty good. Getting some cards. 6 mana. I kind of want to use the fresh start next turn though. And we currently only have 6 mana, and so even if we play the land, we won't have enough. Alright, getting another land. Prowess Trigger. And they don't. Or they can tap this for green. And tap a creature. Harmonize and get another land. Don't want any more lands in their deck. They have milled a lot of lands already. Alright, we also drew a land. And, you know, if I play the Fresh Start on this Stormbrood, I don't really know what they're doing from that point on. Obviously drawing cards, but we're doing that too. We could also make a 5/5. We could attack for 4 if we wanted to, but I don't think. I think I'm just gonna pass with a plan to flash in the Fresh Start on the Stormbrood, and then at least it'll be tapped for a turn. All right, they're thinking long and hard with their one card, probably about attacks. All right, I am going to go ahead and cast a Fresh Start. I really just don't want to be taking this much damage in the air. We need to survive long enough to play our things. Cast the blockers. Go ahead and block with our Crotic Nest Guard. We have solved a problem. And it is our turn. Another Dragonstorm Globe. 4, 5, 6. If we play this for 7, puts us down 2. So we cannot play the globe and play the monument. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can. We play the globe. That puts us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we play our land. Okay, we can play the globe. Play our land. And sacrifice our team or monument. Make a 5/5. I hope you guys like our elephant. We worked really hard for it. And we use all our mana on that turn. Hopefully we draw a dragon. Any dragon we draw with our Dragonstorm Globes would be pretty good. They drew a dragon. Moon Scale Stormbrood. Because a non-creature or dragon spell gets plus 0. Okay. Not a dragon. Let's start attacking. I think I want to take my attack with my 5/5. Maybe our 4/4. I don't really want to leave this like to not block. I think I just want to attack with our 5/5. Just feels like it's right. Luna's feeder went off. Time to let it. Right, a chump block. Sure. No reason to tell them about our land. And exhale. That's annoying. They've killed our elephant we worked so hard to get. They can keep attacking us in the air. A little concerning. We need to drop one of our dragons. I want a dragon too. Soul Tie Devo. Right, not a dragon. More lands. Encroaching Dragonstorm. This will take some lands out of our deck. So I think we take that. We are still, as it is happening right now, only taking 2 a turn. Alright, more lands. Ooh, that's actually really bad because it does a lot of damage. Okay, we'd really like to draw a dragon. The one that gains 3 life would be pretty good. Alright, getting another land. We're both playing lots of land. 6 damage is unfortunately a lot. But it'll only be 2 next turn. We drew a dragon! Alright guys, we did it. Dragon. Let's play it. Bounce our Encroaching Dragonstorm. Then we'll play our Encroaching Dragonstorm. And look, soon we're going to have no more lands left in our deck. Very few. Alright. And I think maybe we want to attack the Champion of Deuce. It just doesn't block very well. And so I think I'm going to attack clear up the board a little. And probably putting a counter on something, but not quite yet. One. Well, I do think, unfortunately, we have to trade our our life total is just like a little too low to... Okay, great. We drew another dragon. This one has flash, but even though it has flash, I do want to play this encroaching Dragonstorm again this turn. So I am just going to play it now. That way we can remove all of the lands from our deck. So I think now we're down to just 2. Which is good. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put the counter and the trample on this one. And I'm going to start attacking. I think now we are the aggressor. You can block the 1 dragon they have, and if they attack for 2, I think it's worth the amount of damage we're doing per turn per dragon, you know? I could never make my little thing this soul ring thing. I play with it too much. Humor Tawny back. Okay, draw a discard. Started Monastery Messenger. Ooh, returning a dragon. It does mean we get to cast the dragon again, but we are taking 4 this turn. A little scary. They do have a lot of creatures. Sage of the Fang is another creature. We're at 3. So we're clearly not attacking. We have to just play all of our cards. And target creature. I think it should be the Sage of the... And this is if they attack with everything, putting us to 2. We have no lands remaining. But don't worry, I played it again. So if they have any sort of removal or anything, we are dead. This is a pretty good turn. Maybe I should have been more defensive and not attacked with our other dragon. Aw, they top decked a removal spell. That's okay. Unfortunately, have died. It's okay, we'll get them next time. Alright, here we are for match number 2 with our Dragons deck. This thing looks pretty good. We have a Nook Wayfarer to mill, and we have the lands to play the Fangkeeper's Familiar. And we, have a removal spell and the Champion of Doosan. I think this hand is definitely sufficient. Temur Monument. That will get us a Temur land to sacrifice our Temur Monument. Fortress at Kingard. 1, 2, and they're going to endure. See if they make a 1. Okay, they did make a 1/1. So let's play a Nook Wayfarer. And get a land. Rather have a second forest. And at least this can block the 1/1. So it's a little better for us that they spread their attackers out. Means we get to at least kill one of the creatures. Tempest Hawk. Okay. How many Tempest Hawks do we think they have? Should we play Champion of Doosan or should we be concerned? Oh, I didn't play a land to play the fresh start. So I guess we're playing Champion of Doosan because I did not play a land such that we could block the Tempest Hawk. They might have a lot of them. I don't know. We're gonna search Tempest Hawk. I'm assuming they're just gonna play another Tempest Hawk. We do have this Fangkeeper's Familiar, but we can't play till next turn. Let's play an island. Now we can attack. See if they trade the Tempest Hawk. No trades. Okay, so we have no ability to stop the Tempest Hawk. I think we should just pass and leave up our Fangkeeper's Familiar. And I think I'm just gonna let them attack. I don't think blocking this 1/2 is worth, like, not being able to counter probably what's another Tempest Hawk. I'm assuming if they are playing Tempest Hawk, they must have literally every copy they possibly can. Alright, how many Tempest Hawks we got? Oh, we got more! Nice. Alright, we will counter this Tempest Talk. Get it out of there. Alright, we did draw a dragon. This one is Flash, which is actually kind of insane here because we can attack, and then when we flash it in, we can block one, which is pretty good. And they'll never see it coming. Alright, we're gonna play another Tempest Talk. Oops. No, hold on. Okay, I think I canceled passing. Alright, let's flash in our Whirling Stormbrood. Block a Tempest Talk. So now we have blockers, which is good. We can play another one next turn if we draw a land. If we don't, we have the fresh start, so not terribly concerning. I don't know if they're really going to want to be attacking into this, like, 4-1 all the time. We are also doing a lot of damage ourselves. So, like, if we attack out here, for example, they are, you know, on the verge of death. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to attack with everything. We have Dragon Sniper as a blocker and the Fresh Start. Just, it feels like it's going to be enough. That's not enough blocks, or they'll die. That is still 9 damage. But I appreciate the Tempest Talk deck. I have appreciation. It appears we all may be on our, the end of our night. Okay, let's go to damage. Kill the bird. 2. Play Teamer Monuments, we can get a land. Get one that casts our Teamer. Alright. We've done it, we won one. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Alright, here we are for game number 3. And another hand that's totally fine. Playing our Inok Wayfarer. Oh, I did not even see this Dismal Blackwater. That's okay. We'll play this turn, and then we can play the Dismal Blackwater next turn. Didn't whiff on our land, but at least we got a renew card. So, not play a spell. I am anticipating a spell next turn, and I would like to counter it. So, I am going to attack for 2. Damage. We could also consider playing the Teamer Monument this turn, but I don't think we need. I think I'd rather have a counter spell going into the next turn. Especially like their third turn, they're probably really gonna want another Tempest Talk deck. Are the human tokens just a bunch of people playing a bunch of Tempest Talks? So we're not going to Behold because we don't need to. No reason to tell them we have a dragon. Ooh, well. That would have been a reason to play our Teamer Monument last turn. I do think I'm going to play the Dragonstorm Globe. That gives us 4 mana if I search a land next turn. That's only 5. Not enough to play the Teamer Monument as well. You can tap a creature and draw a card. Start by attacking, so we're definitely doing that. I think I just don't want to miss land drops. I'm going to play the Teamer Monument. Get the mountain. Play it and pass. I do think we're going to save this to play it as a dragon, but there's a chance we chop something down. Playing Mobilize 1. Getting a land the turn before would have been a lot better for us here. Okay, I'm going to play the Dragonstorm Globe, and then I'm going to play the Knockout Maneuver. I just kind of want to get rid of this creature. It seems like it's a little aggressive. This does also put our opponent to 13. And now we're at the point where we can play our dragons, we can play our flash creatures, and hopefully we can use that to kind of push through the rest of this game. Sage of the Fang also is going to, at this point, double this to 6 counters. So tap target creature, put 3 stun counters on it. Cards. Play one of these. This one. This creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. Okay, I am going to counter that. Let's play our land and pass. That way we can cast our Fangkeeper's Familiar on the Flamehold Grappler. Letting them know I would be up for another draft after this if queues are still firing. As if I'm not delirious enough for this one. I don't think this deck ended up bad. I definitely don't think it is my best piece of work. But it definitely does things. I mean, just casting big dragons in limited is pretty strong. Alright, as anticipated, we are just going to go ahead and counter this Flamehold Grappler. Then we don't even need to worry about it being big and scary. Alright, we draw for our turn. Let's go to combat, attack. And then we will play our dragon. The only flash creature I know of is Anafenza, I believe, with this mana up. And Anafenza shouldn't be able to block this profitably. We do have the fresh start, like, just in case we need to cast it, but I think our opponent may just not super be here. Unclear. Got all our dragons. Dragons is light up your thing. Right, to damage. And let's play dragon. Big one with ward and counters, and you can double the amount of counters on the next turn. So 2 counters would be 6, so this would be an 8/8. Looks like our opponent is doing very much. We discover the way. Alright. Rest on the bottom of your library. Okay, and then this taps down creatures. So OT. So if we exile the Siege of the Fang on the Fangkeeper's Familiar, we are attacking for lethal, and that requires a block. And I think I like that, so I'm gonna do it. And then we will go ahead and attack. They have to block the Fangkeeper's Familiar. Then we'll play our Teamer Devotee. That will be our turn. Damage. All right. We got another one. I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, here we are for our next match. And our hand is not quite as good as our last ones were, but definitely still sufficient. We have all our lands. We have a Team Monument for turn 2, Champion of Doosan, and then we can either put a counter on something or use this to give itself a counter. Definitely just have creatures and a curve. Okay, play our Swamp. I am going to play our lands in a way where Fangkeeper's Familiar is like the first thing we can play. Our mountain doesn't cover anything but Teamer Monument. And so I just want to make sure that I don't screw up which lands I play in my delirious state. Embermouth Sentinel. Okay. Getting a land, putting it on top. Knockout maneuver. Okay. Play our Teamer Monument, get our island as intended. Our turn. And then we are probably playing Crotic Nestguard next turn. It's just a little bit better of a board presence than the Champion of Doosan. Prevents things like this random attack from a 2/1 Chimera. Ending Whisper. Okay, drawing a card. Playing an Evolving Wilds. UGIN, we finally have drawn it. Everyone get excited. We're playing an UGIN. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Once they search their land, it's their turn. We have Fangkeeper's Familiar to counter whatever they want to play. Not their next turn, but the turn after that. But this is a pretty good blocker. It should help us get to where we want to be. I should have looked to see if I could have played the pretty land. Or Tawny back. Okay, well, the Crotic Nest Guard can block that, so it's not so bad. Go to land. Go ahead, play our land and pass. Have this Dispelling Exhale for some point. We don't have any dragons. Definitely makes it a little awkward. I do think I'm going to block here. I just don't really want to keep taking 4. So I'm happy to trade these 2 creatures. Discover the way. So they can look at the top 3, but then we can destroy it, or we can just counter it. I think I'm just going to counter it. I'm totally fine playing the Fangkeeper's Familiar again next turn. Encroaching Dragonstorm. I do like lands. I do think I'm just going to pass. I anticipate them playing another creature, and I just want to play our Fangkeeper's Familiar. We can get the lands a little later. They're not applying any pressure. And if they go through the turn without playing a creature that we're going to counter, we can just bring it in, gain 2 and surveil 3. Or gain 3 and surveil 3, sorry. Which is fairly strong. Can help us make sure we're hitting one more land so that once we cast our Encroaching Dragonstorm, we have UGIN. Unending Whisper. Okay, sure. Let's play this. Gain 3, surveil 2. Oh, sorry, surveil 3. I do think we want the dragon. And the other 2 don't matter because we are shuffling our deck this turn. So we'll just leave them there. I don't think we want them in our yard. Go ahead, play our Encroaching Dragonstorm. Let's get another forest and another island. And I think I don't want to attack. Maybe we can. I think I'm fine taking 2. I don't want UGIN to be taking 2. But I am fine taking 2. Honestly, though, UGIN can take a lot of 2s. This is 7 loyalty planeswalker. This thing's huge. UGIN. Who's letting me do this? Connie back. No problem. Another 4/3. Our snake does block this thing particularly well. Oh, Luna's back. Here to yell at me again? Attacking for 2. Land? No land. We can make it 5/5. That's kind of good. But I guess if we play our dragon, it does... Oh! Return our Encroaching Dragonstorm. Kind of nice. Ow. What if we don't? We can, like, cast Knockout Maneuver Champion of Doosan or something? That doesn't sound particular. I think I'm just going to cast our dragon. Leave back our blocker so we don't take too much damage if they can destroy it. I think with UGIN, we are, like, you know, almost 100% to win a game after it gets cast. And so I'm leaning towards just playing super defensively so that we can get our UGIN and use it for the rest of the game. That was rude. Destroyed our monument. Well, I'm sure they have a way to kill our dragon if we block here, but I'm okay with that. If they use it to kill it here, you know, it's one less thing that UGIN will need to deal with. cautious. Okay. Sure. So we take 4. Is fine. Another dragon. Still have only 6 lands. We have the Caustic Exhale, though. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get more lands so that we can play UGIN next turn. And I'm going to kill this now. Just so that we don't have to deal with anything possibly happening. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. I'm now nervous they're going to counter our UGIN. Maybe we should play... Oh, we've got a Flash Dragon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Okay. Let's cast the Trade Route Envoy. It puts a threat out. And then we can play our Flash Dragon. Really didn't want UGIN to get countered. I don't even know what counters it in the set, but I'm just gonna be so upset if we don't resolve UGIN. At this point, it doesn't even look like we need UGIN. I just really want to cast it. UGIN, Eye of the Storms. Whoa, you can move these too? I learn more about this board every time I click. This is fun. Whoa. Jeskai Revelation. Turn target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. 4 damage to any target. Okay, they're returning this. Is that what's happening? Okay, so I need to flash this in response. A little awkward. But it is fine. And no, I don't know if this would have done anything to UGIN. Return target spell. So they could have done it to the UGIN spell. Look, we did play around something. We got our dragon. Now we can play UGIN next turn. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Devoted Duelist. Okay. They're gonna return our dragon to our hand. A little concerning. I don't know how much UGIN can defend off. We may need to... Ooh. A low life total. Spooked. Okay, we can play the Stormbrood and kill something with the knockout maneuver. We just play UGIN. Gain 3. 2. We're probably dead. Oh wait, no, this exiles things. Exile to 1 target non-land permanent. Or sorry, 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Exile the Serpent. Oh, we can also use it 0 to cast the dragon. Okay, so we're gonna play UGIN. Exile the Serpent. And then we will add 3 colorless to cast our creature. I did play the wrong land. They knew about this one. And we'll cast our creature. Right, getting a land. And then we are dead if they have a removal spell, but I hope they don't. It might have been a little safer to plus the UGIN. Jeskai Devotee. Okay. A land. Doesn't look like a removal spell. Alright. If they have a spell, then these become 2/2s anyway. I don't want to know. Aww. That's so sad. Okay, here we are for match number 5. A little bit of an awkward hand, but one that'll definitely work. We have Teamer Monument, Teamer Devotees. We got a couple things to play. We can get some lands, and then we have our dragons to tap things and draw cards if we do. I would prefer to just play them as dragons, but it is an option if need be. I think we'll go ahead and play the Teamer Devotee first. Gives us a creature, which is nice. Opulent Palace. Full Thailand. Thornwood Falls. And UGIN. Alright, certainly this will be the time UGIN works out. I am going to get an island instead of the mountain. It seems a little counterintuitive, but I want to make sure that we can cast any of our Sultai cards. Alright, Dragon Brood's a relic. So let's go ahead and play our Envoy. Come in as a 5/4 and pass it back. But our opponent thinks their own a trade route Envoy. Okay. We have 6 lands now, which means we can start casting our dragons. I see no reason not to take a trade. So I am going to go ahead and do this. I think because they did not block, my plan is going to be to tap it when they go to combat and draw a card. We're going to need to find a 6th land anyway, and we already have one of these dragons to cast. I want to make sure we're finding UGIN. Or we're playing UGIN and not dying. Let's tap the trade route Envoy to draw a card. Globe. Okay. I am not patient enough to play the globe first. So let's play our dragon. And then pass it back. You know, we want to make sure we can block their things now. So we can resolve UGIN and win the game. Turn 7 UGIN is definitely better than turn dead UGIN. Warden of the Grove. Oh, this is probably the biggest bomb in the set. Being your instant, put a +1/+1 again on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it enters X. Thankfully, we get to exile it, so it's not so bad for us. But Warden of the Grove is absolutely absurd. Hello, Luna. Whoop. Scoop. How am I supposed to... Played an Agent of Codis. And I think I'm fairly happy to take this trade. Okay. Ugin time. Exile that Warden of the Inner Grove. Don't have to worry about it. And let's start getting life and drawing cards. I also think I'm happy to attack. You know, Ugin really has basically infinite loyalty. And our Teamer Devotee is kind of holding down the fort. So I want to also attack. You know, they can't pressure everything. They can't pressure our creatures and our Ugin and, you know, everything at the same time. So they can put Ugin to 2 here, but plus it'll put it back to 4. You know, we can hold back creatures if we wanted to. At that point, we will have gained so much life and drawn so many cards. They just attacked it for 5. That's interesting. Oh, I see. They want to use it to tap for mana. Okay, so let's gain 3, draw a card. Fresh start. That's pretty good. Play the Maelstrom Spear Dragon. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We can play this. And we can play our Dragon Sniper. Oh, it's colorless. I forgot. So broken. This card does so much. Alright. Thank you, Ugin. I'll see you guys for the next one. Here we are for match number 6. Our hand looks totally serviceable, so we'll go ahead and keep it. Rugged Highland. Play our forest with a plan to play our Wayfarer. Ugin! We're saved. All right, let's hope our Anoke Wayfarer gets us a land. We do need to hit our 7 lands to play our nice. To play our UGIN, and we did also build Sage of the Fang, which is pretty good because it gives us a additional renew effect. All right, and I do think I want to play Encroaching Dragonstorm next turn. Oh my gosh. Hold on. This is going to be a turn 5 UGIN. That's disgusting. This is turn 3. Turn 4, we're going to play Encroaching Dragonstorm. We're going to play UGIN on turn 5 in Limited. That's disgusting. That should not be legal. This card is so broken. UGIN, Eye of the Storms. I do think I played this draft super tired. It could have gone super poorly, but I think that the game just like didn't want to be that mean to us. All right, let's go ahead and play our Encroaching Dragonstorm. Get some lands. No attacks, no reason to let it die. And this is looking like a turn 5 UGIN. And we don't even need to draw another land. This is the Dragonstorm Globe. Alright, no blocks. Take 5. The aggressive card. Ooh, a turtle. Okay, we may need to... Is Ward 2. So we can't exile the turtle. It is unfortunate. Do we want to wait a turn to play the again? Not sure how much that helps. I don't think it does. We'll play the Ugin. Exile the Snowmelt Stag. And block the Ambling Snoring Shell. And we'll start gaining life, drawing cards. It will be tapped for a number of turns if it attacks. And we do have a fair amount of things to do here. I think our mana is good enough to play the other dragon. Our mana is like super consistent. Ugin. Eye of the Storms. Got so many cards. We also want more lands. So I want to play my dragon next turn so we can pick up our Encroaching Dragonstorm again. They're just deciding and they want to attack. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Okay, so they do get to kill the Wayfarer and deal 5 to the in this turn if they'd like to. Yep, they get to draw 3 cards. Ugin takes 5. Doesn't seem so bad off for us though. Big appraise. Sure. Okay. Monument. Let's go ahead, draw our card. Protic Nest Guard. So we have 7 mana. So I think I want to play the Teamer Monument. I just want to get a land. Oh, we could exile something. Hehe. I think it's the Civic Appraiser. Anything that's gonna bother attacking you. I probably actually should have held it. I forgot about the additional exile effect again. I did not learn from my last game. 5. So from here we can just flash in this Flash Dragon. We could also play like Teamer Devotee and the Raid Route Envoy. That seems good. I think I'm just gonna keep playing cards. Keep putting permanents on the battlefield. We both have a lot of cards. Oh, this card's great. Eshki Dragonclaw. We should have held our Teamer Monument to exile this. Knockout maneuver. Okay, well, that's what I was considering doing. A little frustrating. Okay, Vigilance Trample Ward. We can fresh start. And that should solve most of our problems there. And I think we'll probably also flash in the Flash Dragon. And I mean, that sounds like a turn to me. So let's go ahead and gain 3 life and draw a card. Play our Jungle Hollow. Oh, do we not have enough mana to do what I just did? 1, 2, 3 for fresh start. No, we do. Okay, good. End of turn. Needed to make sure I could pay for the ward 1. Let them attack. Then we'll cast fresh start. Which is a -0, -5. It'll still a big butt. I think. If my brain is working correctly. Cast 2 attackers. Cast fresh start. Yes, I want to target it. Board. 7. Cast the blockers. Block it. Oh, I guess if we brought in if we flashed in the Whirlwing Storm Brood when we did that, we could have double blocked. I missed that. That's okay. Gain life. Flash in our dragon, and then we can use the knockout maneuver to kill the 5/5. Let's flash in our flashy dragon. Great. Keeper's familiar. That's really good too. Let's cast knockout maneuver. Target a creature we control. Target a creature they control. All right. Let's 17. Keep drawing. Why not? Do we have enough mana to play Keeper's Familiar? And no, we don't. Let's draw a card. Oh, I guess we could have if we used the 0. And we could have played the Encroaching Dragonstorms again. We do have enough mana to play this, though. Making sure it's tapping a sufficient way for us to play our spell. Oh, we can exile something now. I think we should exile this thing that makes elephants. And then we'll search for a forest. This card does so much. Like, actually absurd. Let's go to combat. Attack with our dragon. We have a sufficient blocker. We have something that counters things. We can flash in. We don't have enough mana to flash in another dragon. But I think that's a-okay. I think Fanekeeper's Familiar can hold down the fort. We can make 1,000,000 elephants. Feeling pretty good. Ice Ridge Serpent. Return target creature an opponent controls. Let's counter that. Target creature. No risk for anything today. 28 life. Counter everything. No risks. Island. Right? Playing the Glacial Dragon Hunt. That makes sense. Draw a card. It is optional to discard a card. Someone in my YouTube comments told me about that. Draconologist. Did kill our Fanekeeper's Familiar. Okay. So I think I just want to get lands out of my deck. Let's play our Encroaching Dragonstorm. Get some lands. And then I think I'm planning on flashing in this dragon. So let's attack for 6. And then we'll gain 3 life and draw a card with UGIN. We have another dragon now. Pass it back. This card is so ridiculous. I'm having a lot of fun. This would be the perfect time for Arena to give me like the little smiley face and ask me if I was having fun. Did you have fun in this match? I did. I don't even think I considered in deck building how good the Dragonstorm Globes and the Teamer Monuments I was playing were with the UGIN. Alright, we're being attacked for 5. This enters as a 5/5. So I'll just take it. I don't think 5 is hurting us here. Get to draw another card. I think that's fine. Okay. Draw some more cards. Kind of crazy I still have less cards in my deck. Okay, flying when it enters gate 3. Sure. Another one. Sure. Flash in our dragon. Draw. I don't think we want to play our Encroaching Dragonstorm again. I'm a little worried about running out of cards in our deck. Our opponent's at 15. Sage of the Fang doubles counters. So let's do this and double the counters on our Whirlwing Stormbrood. And then we don't have another colorless spell we can play. We can tap one of the dragons, but I don't think that helps us. Oh, what can we get with the Ulstra? I don't remember. You just have another dragon. I think I'll just attack. For a lot. Get a chump block. Okay. And I do think I am just going to add mana. I am a little concerned that we are going to... Oh, I guess maybe we can ult UGIN. This is a adventure for later, but this is just so we can play some spells. So, okay, -11, search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards, exile them, and then shuffle. So, we should have another Teamer Monument and another Dragonstorm Globe. So, we could have won that turn. We could have ulted UGIN and cast both our spells and exiled 2 things. But I assumed the ultimate was never something that would happen in Limited. I really hope that Ham lets us go through the ultimate, because I just want to say that I ulted UGIN in Limited, you know? Play another dragon. Maybe Ham would have been more likely to okay. We're gonna ult UGIN. Exile our 2 cards. Play them both. So that we can exile things. I can't believe I just ulted UGIN in Limited. We'll get a land. Cast our Dragonstorm Globe. Exile the Dragon Sniper. Go to combat. Attackers. Attack for 20 damage in the air. Alright, thank you, Ham. You are truly an incredible sport. Thank you for letting me experience this. Okay, here we are for our next game, and our hand looks totally serviceable. Um, it looks a little awkward, but we do have Teamer Monument to get us an island and Dragonstorm Globe. Oh, Stadium Headliner. This is a little spooky. It's a pretty fast start. Especially because our start is kind of like Teamer Monument Mana Rock. It does go into a big flashy dragon after that, but... Oh, we're gonna take a lot of damage. Eep. A little scary. Okay, let's play our Teamer Monument. Search for our land. Wow, we're taking so much damage. Room. um, so I'm a little concerned that like we just straight won't survive. If we I guess we do have the Bloomveal Regent. So when we play this, we'll gain 3 life, and then presuming it survives, we can gain another 3 life. Uh-oh. We dead? 3, 6, 8, 10, 12? Yeah, we're dead. Wow. Ouch. Alright, so after a very delirious couple of games of Magic, this was very fun. We did go 4-3 with our Forced Dragons deck. I think Dragons is actually a kind of crazy archetype. But more than that, we learned that UGIN was insane. You know, this is the perfect time to say that you never need to play Magic perfectly. Magic is just about having a lot of fun. And, you know, for me, a lot of the time that does mean playing the best that I can, but other times it means stuff like this. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to support me, please do so by liking, commenting, and subscribing on this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.